What's up guys, Prince of Macedon here at Universal Studios. For today's vlog, I'm going to show you how to do all 10 houses in one night without express passes. You will need a few things though. You're going to need a ticket to Halloween Horror Nights. You're going to need either a Scream Early ticket, which is $40, or a daytime ticket to Universal during the day before HHN, because we are going to do Stay and Scream. And then you're also going to need an umbrella. So in order to do this, we are going to have to skip the show. We don't have time for the show, but we do have time for 10 houses. It can be done. So yeah, the first thing you want to do, you want to be inside studios around 4 o'clock because the Stay and Scream closes at 5. Anyways, I don't know what your situation is. You don't want to buy Express, maybe it's sold out for the night, or maybe you're trying to save money for that Good Guy doll. Whatever the case, we're going to get this done without Express, and we will need the Stay and Scream tickets.
Here's my general strategy for finishing all 10 houses in one night without Express for HHN 2023. First off, there's no time for shows and barely any time for breaks. So tonight, Express was sold out, so you know it's going to be a busy night. So here's a map, here's the front of the park, and here's the back of the park. The longest and worst line this year has consistently been the Last of Us house. That's why we're using Stay and Scream to knock out the Last of Us first. You do not want to wait for The Last of Us once the park opens. It's traumatizing. So the first part of the strategy is to work our way counterclockwise after finishing The Last of Us house. So we'll knock out Universal Monsters next, which should be short after The Last of Us since the park hasn't opened yet, and then knock out The Darkest Deal. And then hopefully the next house, which is Dr. Oddfellow's, has not been hit yet by the main crowd rushing to the back from the front of the park. Regardless, we'll wait in Dr. Oddfellows no matter what the wait time is. There is no time for eating or breaks until you finish those back 4 houses. At that point, the next house going clockwise is going to be Chucky. If the wait time for Chucky is short, or even the same time as the other houses in the front of the park, then go ahead and knock out Chucky 2 before eating. But if the wait time for Chucky is significantly longer than the houses at the front, then you want to start picking the shortest houses to wait in. But ideally, you want to knock out Chucky 2, since that will complete the entire back half of the park, and leaving you with just 5 houses left at the front: Blood Moon, Exorcist, Stranger Things, Dueling Dragons, and YETI. And at this point, you will rely 100% on the app to tell you which houses have the shortest lines. You will only then hit the shortest houses first and keep going until the last 5 houses are done. I will now put my strategy into practice for this video.
So today is a Thursday. Express has sold out for the night. Weather conditions are kind of gray, so it'll probably rain. That's why we bring an umbrella, either for the rain or for the intense heat. When you're at Stay and Scream, you're going to be at the mercy of Mother Nature. There's no cover for it. That's why you need the umbrella. Yeah, the last few nights, it's been raining pretty hard, so I'm expecting a downpour at some point tonight. In the event of torrential downpour, the back houses will close first. That would be, say, Dr. Oddfellow's, Last of Us, that whole area. So we want to knock those areas out first. So every house has a early Stay and Scream area. We are going to go to the Central Park area because that's where Last of Us is. We are going to line up first for Last of Us. It doesn't matter what you want, it matters what I want. I want you guys to finish all 10 houses, and doing Last of Us first is your best bet.
And Monsters and Last of Us right here.
Gotcha. So as predicted, it is raining already, so I do have my umbrella in my backpack. The umbrella was more for the intense heat that you can't get away from, but the umbrella can also block off rain too. But anyways, it's 4:30. We are going to find the end of the line for Last of Us. I will tell you what time we actually move into the house. So this is kind of what the Stay and Scream line looks like for Last of Us. It's in the Central Park area, and we're going to eventually be going through all of this line. But they'll let us in around 5:30-ish, 5:45-ish. All right, it's 5:20. We're moving a little bit. We're not going in yet, but we are moving a little bit. We're moving a little bit again.
Did somebody tell me there's a 14-year-old son?
Right there is part of the Last of Us line. It kind of starts there and then snakes around, and then we're leading up to that point. Real talk, guys. The reason why we're doing Last of Us first, in the 6 nights that I've been here, Last of Us has always been the worst line. So that's why we want to knock it out first, so we don't have to do it again later in the night when the line's really bad. So we're not going to wait too long. From here, oops. From here, it's probably like 25 minutes.
One way or another, it is only a matter of time before you have to face justice for what you
All right,
have
guys,
done.
about to go in, guys. It's about 6:10. Waited about 30 minutes once we got in that line. Knock that one out. So at this point, it's absolutely crucial we do, the back 4 houses before we do anything else. We can't stop for anything. No food, maybe a restroom break, but no stopping for food. We want to knock out Last of Us, which we just did. Universal Monsters, which should be next. Should be about a 30-minute wait. And then we want to knock out Darkest Steel. And hopefully at that point, Dr. Oddfellow isn't too long, but we got to knock out Dr. Oddfellow. So those 4 houses in the back, knock them out. After that, we can have a bit more freedom. We can get some dinner, or we can do another house, or we can do some shopping. But it's absolutely crucial we do not stop until we knock out these back 4 houses first. That is the coolest shirt ever. So moment of truth, guys. Universal Monsters should only be 25 minutes. Yep, 25 minutes, guys. You got to jump right in there and knock out this second big house. All right, guys, we are going inside, guys. Took a lot longer than posted because Express was really long and VIP kept coming. Just got out of the Universal Monsters house. It's 7 o'clock, not making the best of time, but that was my fault for getting to Stay and Scream kind of late. Instead of going to Stay and Scream at 4:30, I should have got there around 3-ish. Because Stay and Scream does open at 3. Anyways, we're gonna go right to Darkest Steel, regardless of the wait time. After Darkest Steel, we're going right to the Dr. Oddfellows. Once again, absolutely knock out the back 4 houses before we do anything else.
Well, now that's 55
See, if I waited a few minutes, it would have been 55. That's why you got to keep moving, guys. Cutting by animal actors to get back to Darkest Steel. Remember, guys, you don't have to eat Halloween Horror Nights food. You can eat at places like The Simpsons. They got a food court. You can also eat at Richter's Burgers. It doesn't matter where you eat. All right, guys, you can see the weather has got a bit wetter. And Darkest Steel is 35. Dr. Oddfellow is 35. We're just going to complete the counterclockwise motion and go into Darkest Steel. Knock this out, and then hopefully Dr. Oddfellows will still be short. Dr. Oddfellows is a very big house. I was tempted to almost bypass Darkest Steel, go to Dr. Oddfellows, and then come back to Darkest Steel, but you know what? To keep it nice and neat, I'll do Darkest Steel first and then go to Dr. Oddfellows. But yeah, back to the Universal Orlando app. You definitely need the app, because once we knock out these back 4 houses, I'll be looking at the app a lot more so I can see which houses are shortest. Whatever's shortest, I can start jumping to those. But yeah, best to stay focused on knocking out the back 4 houses first. And this line should move, fairly fast. Not too fast, but at a decent pace. I'm not too worried about it. Going into Darkest Steel, guys. The wait seemed a little bit longer than normal, but it's all good. As long as you're in a line, you're not wasting time. It's 7:45. I've done 3 houses. It doesn't seem like I'm doing much, but yeah, as I said, as long as you're in a line doing a house, then you're in good shape. Plus, I'm not too worried because what I forgot to tell you guys, between the hours of 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., that's the witching hour. That's the best time to knock out houses. Everyone's leaving. The house lines are shorter, so I'm not worried at all. We're definitely going to finish all 10 houses tonight. So gonna go to Dr. Oddfellows. Hopefully the line isn't too much longer than 35, but I'm pretty sure it's increased since we last talked. But that's okay. I'm gonna wait in line regardless of the wait time. All right, heading down to Dr. Oddfellows. I can see the wait time. It's 55. That's not bad. At least it's not a 60-minute wait, right? You're probably wondering why I'm not using my umbrella since I brought one. Well, honestly, that's none of your business, though. This area does tend to flood a lot. That's why I want to knock it out. Hey,
4 inches deep. 4 inches deep.
that's the way I like it. It's Ocean de la Oddfellow.
Yeah. We were gonna call it Jurassic Park Jr.
Oh my gosh, dude! Oh, my shoes are gone. It's gone. Oh. So yeah, this area does flood. So they could potentially close this area if it gets too wet. That's why. That's another reason to do the back houses first. Hello.
Hi.
Just one.
Thank you. I'm ready. Enjoy the house when you get there.
Thank you.
Nice.
Guys, I got the famous, certificate thing, or raffle thing, and I've never seen them use it yet this year because, you know, at the end of the line, they want to make sure you're not line cutting. But collect these guys. Oh yeah. Time to launch the aerial cam, guys. So yeah, you can see the tent down there, but it's still gonna be about a, I don't know, 30, 40 minute wait from here. I get to keep this, guys. Going in. Pretty excited, guys. Fourth house, and it's a little late, but you know. Yo, had a great run of the Oddfellow house. Amazing. So 4 houses done. I could start, you know, checking out my app and seeing what the shortest wait times are. But I might actually just check out the Chucky house and see what the wait time for that one is. If it's less than an hour, I might just jump into Chucky and knock that out. That'll put me at the halfway mark. But yeah, at that point, I definitely want to start using my app and seeing what the shortest houses are, because the rest of the houses will be at the front of the park, and it's just a matter of jumping from one house to the next, picking the shortest line as I go along. Because it's raining, there's no scarators right now, so it's just a lot of people trying to get away from the rain. All right, guys, just took my first restroom break. So yeah, I'm trying not to stop at all, but sometimes you have to. Because if this line is an hour for Chucky, and if I go inside, I don't want to wait in line for an hour while having to go to the restroom. Hey, look at this. I don't need the app right now, because you can see the wait times there. This is actually pretty short. 50 minutes for Chucky. Blood Offering's 25 minutes. You know what? I'm still going to do Chucky now, just so that I can have, you know, these last 5 houses done in the back, and then the rest of the houses will be towards the front of the park. So let's go into Chucky, guys. This will put me at the halfway mark once I knock this one out. Aerial cam time.
How'd you get this on?
I got another one. Another souvenir, guys. Let it be known that Chucky is sponsored by Napa Auto Parts. Anyways, about to finally go in. All right, guys, I finished Chucky. Gotta say, that house does not get the credit that it's due. I think it's a really fun house. I think it's better than the one in Hollywood. The one in Hollywood uses a lot of really slow-moving animatronics. They would look more at home, and It's a Small World. So I definitely prefer the puppets that we have here in Florida. But yeah, the time is 10:10 p.m. Finished 5 houses. There's still 4 more hours left while the park's still open. So I'm gonna take the time to get some dinner now. The time is what, 10, 11, and I haven't sat down once. I've been standing this entire time. So if your legs get tired easily, this is not the thing for you, my strategy. But we're gonna get dinner here at this Fedra food booth, which is Last of Us. I wanna get the beef stew. I got my Fedra issued Lakeside beef stew. It looks fairly healthy, actually.
After my quick dinner at Fedra, I decided to check my app, and then it looked like Dueling Dragons had the shortest wait time at 40 minutes.
So we'll go right to Dueling Dragons, knock that out. YETI is a 60-minute wait. Dueling Dragons, as the app said, is a 40-minute wait. So it's the shortest, so let's go in here. Launching aerial cam now. Why are they advertising Cocaine Bear? That line actually moved really fast because there's barely any express. So I'm very happy with that line. And of course, I'm always happy with the Dueling Dragons house. Let's go see what the next short wait time is. I'll go check my app really fast.
So according to the app, it looks like YETI Campground Kills is my next customer.
So the app says YETI has the shortest wait time. It's 45 minutes. So I guess we're doing YETI, guys. 45 minutes. Going in, guys. Hey guys, I'm starting to like YETI a lot more. Like, I love the costumes in there. It's a little campy, but I'm gonna raise the rankings on that one. But anyways, 3 houses left and 2 more hours left for tonight. So should be no problem. Again, between the hours of 1 and 2, the wait time should decrease tremendously. So according to my handy dandy app, it looks like the shortest line next would be the Blood Moon. Hey, my app says Blood Moon is down to 25. Stranger Things is still rocking out at 75. I'm gonna bypass that one for now, save it for later. And then also Exorcism went down a little bit, but right now Blood Moon is the shortest, so we're going to the Blood Moon. So this is why the app is important, because yeah, you want to start cherry picking these houses with the shortest lines, because it's only 2 hours left before the event closes. So got to make these seconds count. Guys, the Blood Moon line is actually kind of busy right now. I've never seen this many people in this warehouse. Going in, guys. Going into the Blood Moon. And then there were 2 houses left. So my app told me that Stranger Things was a little bit long, but the Exorcist Believer house was only a 25-minute wait. Alright guys, the time is 12:30, 2 more houses left. Exorcist and Stranger Things. Exorcist went down to 25, so I'm gonna rush down to the Exorcist, knock that one out, and then wait as long as it takes to finish Stranger Things, the last and final house. Actually guys, 25 minutes is a lovely number. So let's go to the standby line. How come the lights are turned off on that coaster? It's not even 1 o'clock yet, and I'm down to my last house. Stranger Things, guys. I'm gonna take one last bathroom break before I go in there. I think I'm gonna knock out Stranger Things. But by the way, Exorcist was still a good house. My only problem with Exorcist are those first 2 scenes. They look a little cheap, but the rest of the Exorcist house is amazing. Stranger Things is a 65-minute wait. I have no choice. It's the last house. I gotta wait anyways. So we're gonna go inside. Yeah, when you're doing a Scream early or Stay in Scream, you can either do Last of Us, which is a long line, or you can do Stranger Things, which is another long line. I think Last of Us is the worst line, so I always do Last of Us, but you can also do Stranger Things. But last house of the night, it's 1 a.m. Let's go knock it out. Uh-oh, I got another keepsake, guys. I'm pretty sure they're not going to collect this. Going in, guys. Last house. Shift change. So yeah, Stranger Things posted at a 65, only waited 30 minutes. So I kind of expected that. So last house done. So yeah, Yeti's down to 20, Dueling Dragons is down to 20, Exorcist is 25. I could stick around and do more houses. It's 1:30. I could definitely do a few more houses, but I'm a little tired. So I'm going to give you guys a conclusion. I'm going to give you guys my updated top 10 rankings for the houses, and then I'm gonna do a recap on my strategy for doing all 10 houses. Check it out, guys. New Chucky shirt, and it's a nice one. Halloween Horror Nights on the front, and on the back, it's got Chucky. Want to play? That looks pretty sick, actually. Oh, how much is this? This is $75. Let's walk away from the store, guys. Walk away from the store. Dr. Oddfellow. There he goes, guys, a legend. All right, guys, did it. All 10 houses done without Express. Before I start, let me just give you my updated house rankings here. So as you can see, I tried to elevate Chucky and the Blood Moon on my list, but my number 1 and number 2 is going to be Dr. Oddfellow and The Last of Us. I freaking love The Last of Us. But anyway, so the basis of my strategy for knocking out 10 houses in one night without Express, you have to do Stay and Scream. Especially when Express passes are sold out for the night, that means it's really busy. So you have to do Stay and Scream. So my day could have gone a lot faster if I got to Stay and Scream early, because I didn't get to Stay and Scream until about 4:30. I could have got there at 3 o'clock, and if I did, that would have saved me time once we started, because I waited 30-40 minutes for The Last of Us once we got in there. So lesson learned, start Stay and Scream early, don't get there at the last second. And then after you do Stay and Scream, either do Last of Us or Stranger Things. If you're doing Last of Us, you want to work your way counterclockwise. So Last of Us, Universal Monsters, Darkest Steel, and Dr. Oddfellows. Don't stop until you knock all 4 of those houses. In fact, I'm going to say don't stop even at Chucky. Finish those 5 houses. Once you finish that, you can take a quick dinner break, whatever you want. And then you want to start using your app, because the last 5 houses at the front of the park, you want to start cherry picking the houses with the shortest line. Just keep going until you knock them out. So even with that, I wasn't able to do any of the shows. I didn't sit down at all. I was standing the entire time from the time I got to Stay and Scream, from the time I finished Stranger Things. I was standing the entire time. So if that's not for you, then you might not want to do this. You might want to invest in Express or even RIP tours, which is really expensive. But yeah, finishing all 10 houses on a very peak night without Express is very doable, but it's going to require a lot of patience and a lot of energy to make it happen. But it is doable though. Anyways, that's all I want to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. I do plan to come back to Halloween Horror Nights 1 or 2 more times, and then I'm going to call it quits for this year. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my videos. Tonight I saw some fellow vloggers, Losh TV and I believe PC Dev, and I saw some viewers who watched my previous Halloween video, so that was really cool. Gonna go back to my car, guys. I'm really tired. So until next time, guys.